Hey, Storytelling Ron here, and I'm doing another Star Wars thing. Yeah, I'm getting excited about this. Obviously, I do Dungeons and Dragons still, and but because it's Christmas and the holidays, I'm having a real hard time getting the normal group together, and my family is kind of coming together, and but I'm sort of jumping Star Wars on them anyway. So I'm just really into. I love fantasy, but I haven't done any sci-fi, so I think I'm just jumping onto the Star Wars bandwagon, but just I wanted some sort of sci-fi, and Star Wars seems like a good one for for my family because they get what they get the we got plenty of references for them visually. So I decided to jump on the Star Wars one, and it's fun. It's simple. I like the well, it's not simple, but it's simple. But I wanted to show you again. I'm running through kind of my own learning process here with it. I played a couple a session now and had a good time with the guys. My daughter and my brother and another brother-in-law, future brother-in-law, so family members here in Hollywood. But I want to talk about making a character and then some extra rules there. And I don't like, I don't read a manual, read the freaking manual straight through. I always tend to just jump around, and that makes it harder, I guess. But whatever. I'm enjoying the way my learning process is now, and so I want to go through it with you guys, and just so you can get an understanding. So the first thing is how to make a character. Let's just run through that. Now this is the a lot of stuff online, a lot of PDFs, a lot of helpful things. So definitely go to Fantasy Flight Games. They have a community and source there, and plus Reddit has a Star Wars SWRPG. So you can start finding where to get like PDFs and like this one here is obviously is a PDF fillable form, so you can put in the numbers that for the characters. Now I since I own Adobe, I edited this, so I just want to show you the original. This is the original fillable form that you can, and it's cool because you can and I'll show you on mine. But when you put in numbers, it does some of the things for you. And whoever made this, I appreciate it. It's someone made it. I don't know who. Anyway, so and I did change it to fit what I thought what I would want to use. But this is the original. It's there somewhere. I would suggest using it. Now I'm just going to go to mine just to show you. So I took out all the graphics because I'm printing it. I want to print it out for the family members, and I took out all the color as much as I could or wanted to, and I added lightsaber to the melee, even though it's not in the Edge of the Empire character sheet. And I added this as well, the Force rating, because this and the lightsaber are only for the Force and Destiny core books. Same core rules and all, but I decided to add it to this because my daughter wants to play one. But I'm going to use it in the Edge of the Empire, so she wants to play a Jedi or Force user, not necessarily a Jedi, but a Force user. And so I just edited it together. And I don't really know that much about PDF and how to edit, but I figured it out. And I couldn't add another line to this, so I just added it to Melee and figured she could just either, one or the other is what you're using at the time. Another thing, real quick, Melee, just so you know, Brawl, rather. Brawl, just so you know, and I just learned this while I'm looking around trying to figure stuff out. Brawl has a default, it does the damage of your brawn, which is your strength thing. It does that damage, and it'll do a crit on a 5 if you do up 5 advantages, if you roll 5 advantages. Not successes, but advantages. And so you kind of have to know that that's a separate little thing. It does 5, and then it's like if you're a creature with a claw, it might say brawl damage 1. So it's brawl damage your brawn plus that 1. If say you see a creature that says brawl damage 1, it's not damage 1, it's brawl damage 1 plus the brawn. So just so you know, something like that. I just learned that a few minutes ago when I was going through this. Anyway, so I took out the color graphics. I moved the personal weapons and personal gear up and made some more lines. I just copied this thing and brought it down and deleted parts of it. As you can see here, it's very small down here at the bottom. And then they have this talent list here. I guess if you pick a few, but most characters obviously are going to get these trees, and I'll go through this in a minute too. And this is you can find on beggingforxp.com, and it's sort of collated all the trees. It has some custom ones in here that I think or they're from different sources that are not from the core rulebook, but I can see that they're part of it or whatever, I hope. But I'll explain that when I get to it. But you'll probably want to just print out these for each character, whatever trees they pick, because it's like spells, and as opposed to putting them down here on a list. But but I kept it in there just I guess I just put extra lines here for notes, and this is all the motivations, obligations, or if you're using morality for the Jedi or the Force users, I think outer obligations I put Outer Rim is for that, and then rebel motivations I think it's for the Rebel core book, and then you type or and then whatever the this is just like your background stuff. And you can, and I'm kind of not using it at the moment because I just want to let the characters kind of do their own thing, because we're just all kind of learning it. So I'm kind of not really using this aspect of the game right now, or at least the starting bits. So how do you make a character? Okay, here we go. So you get a name, obviously. You choose a species. So in Edge of the Empire, they give you, I think each core rulebook gives you like a few, 4 or 5 species, races, species. And then whenever you buy like another source book, you'll probably get a couple more species in there as well. I've noticed I've got a couple books now that show 1 or 2 extra species that you can then put on here. So you'll get a species, and it'll tell you what the here. Let's say okay, so I'll pick the human because I kind of know about this, and so human gives you 2. Now 6 is the highest you can go, and see how when you put in the 2 all across the board, you then get coffee burp. You then get the the skills. And this is your inherent skills in something. Okay, so you get that automatically for a human. Now like a Wookiee will have like a 3 brawn and then a 1 for some less for something. I don't remember what, you know what I mean. It fluctuates just a little bit, with whichever one you choose. And then you also get a career. You choose a career. So I'm going to choose hired gun just to be simple. There's hired gun, like a warrior. There's smuggler, there's bounty hunter. This is all Edge of the Empire, the different careers. And then for hired gun, from what I recall, I'm going to do marauder. So this is a crazy, thug, on Tatooine or whatever, that kind of character. So, and that's the specialization tree under hired gun. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Obviously 0 for this because there's not going to be. Now, and these will come up in a sec. So you get your basics now. So then that's it. That's kind of the character right there. You then you go to the list. Now this is obviously in the core rulebook, but this one has a couple extras. For instance, just real quick, if you choose bounty hunter, these 2 right here are like basic bounty hunter. Like any bounty hunter could take these, but you and obviously see you got a cost of 30 and it's XP because you get a starting XP. Humans get 110, and then different ones get get different XP, and they're in the same area, and then you can just start buying these and they give you like extra things. So, and then of course if you choose the bounty hunter career and then the specialization tree assassin, this is like your list of extra things that you can buy with XP, and it's kind of like spells, like you get a bonus to do stalking or a bonus to do a dodge when you do certain things, blah blah blah. So that's how you basically get these, and you obviously you have to spend XP to get them. 5 here, and then obviously you can go up. Now just so you know, for every adventure you basically get from 5 to 20 XP, and at the end of each adventure the GM gives you that. So I would, for me personally, I would say 5 if they've had some action, they've done stuff. That's the basics. 10 if they've had the action, done stuff, really involved themselves. So probably 5 to 10. And 20, I would give them 20 if they actually accomplished something, but beat a specific villain, did a specific task. So you get that at the end of each adventure. That means XP. But at the beginning, you start off, let's say with the human, you're 110 XP. Now, here's what you can spend your XP on. The most important thing you want to spend your XP on in the beginning are the characteristics. Because I think once you create your character and you spend your characteristics, you can't buy any more with XP. You can if you go through the specialization trees. They might have one that says +1 to brawn or whatever. But those are rare. So for the character, they need to emphasize the beginning, get whatever you want for agility and all that. Now, before I even do that, I want to look at, because I want to know like what are my skills and stuff. So since I'm choosing the hired gun, and you go down to hired gun somewhere. So there's Explorer, hired gun, Marauder. There it is. Okay. Okay, so these are the secondary skills. There's actually another main skills. Let me see if it shows it on this one, because here it is. Okay, so now in the book it says this at the beginning of the section on hired gun, that you get these as your career skills. Okay, and this section right here is not in the book, these 2, but I'm assuming you can. I would allow. I might allow characters to use them, but they're not. Or it might. These might be in some of the extra source books. I don't know. But these obviously any hired gun can buy these, but it's pretty expensive. But you get your own specific tree, like the Marauder tree. So anyway, so these are the main skills. So what you do is you take these skills and then you go to the character sheet. I'm terrible at remember. Athletics, brawl, discipline. Okay, so athletics, that's your brawl and discipline. Boom. Okay, I'll explain what they are in a sec. Melee, piloting, ranged light. Okay, ranged light, melee here, and piloting planetary, I believe it said. Okay, and then okay, and then resilience and vigilance. Okay, resilience and vigilance. Okay, oh sorry, you can only choose out of all of those. Oh, okay, so yeah, you get all those of profession. Sorry, this is the career, right? Now, out of all those, you get to choose 1 rank for free. 1 rank in 4 of them for free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me make sure that's not both. I think that's right. Whatever. All right. So you get to choose 4 of them that you get a free rank in. So I'm just going to quickly go through. Let's see. I want ranged light, obviously. I'm going to just say he's a marauder, so I'll do melee as well. He wants to drive around and go crazy. And vigilance or resilience, in case, whatever, poison, getting attacked or poisons or whatever. Okay, so hired gun. Let me go down. Now that's that. Okay, so now you go down to your specialization tree, which is bodyguard, marauder, and you get these 4 additional skills that are your career. So I've already got melee, coercion. Okay, that's kind of I get that one. Resilient. Okay, I got that one. Survival. Boom. So 2 of these you can choose to have a free rank as well. So I'm gonna do coercion because that's like yeah. And survival. Sure, he's out in the desert like Tatooine. I'm assuming they're gonna start there. So now you get that. Now you still have your 110 XP to spend. Okay. Now I'm gonna look at I'm gonna be using brawn and agility, brawn, cunning. Okay. I'm going to focus on brawn. Okay, brawn. So here's how what these cost to expend your XP. So if you want to go up to 3, it's 30, right? It's 30 XP to get to 3. If you want to go to 4, it's 40 more, right? 30 and then 40, so 70. I'm just going to go with that. And let's say 30 here. I'm going to go, see, boom. So that's 60 right there, right? 30. If you go to 5, it's 50. And remember, you can only spend that XP at the beginning. So do I want to do more, spend more on that, or just go for skills? Because I can always buy skills later. Let's just say I'm going to not spend it on characteristics and go ahead and do skills. I probably would spend it more on characteristics, but just to show you like the different costs here. Okay, so 60 there. So if you want to buy career skills, ranks in skills, those are only 5, 10, 50, they're 5 each, times 5 each. So 5 for the first one, 10 for the second, 15, 20, and 25. Okay. So at the beginning, at the beginning you can only do 2 ranks, up to 2 rather, not 2 ranks, but up to 2. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to be cheap here and go with brawl. I got melee, so I don't want brawl. Piloting, resilience. Let me see. I don't want to spend on any of these. Okay, so forget it. Okay, so I'm gonna probably do another agility. What's the other thing? Oh, plus marauder, hired gun. You can also. So I have 60. I could buy these. I mean, I could literally buy or whatever. I could buy 4 of these or whatever. So I might just go ahead and buy like this. I can't click on these ones, but maybe like +2, whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print this out, Marauder, have it handy. I probably won't buy any. Have it handy, right? And then so when I get XP later, I'll start buying these. Now, obviously, in this one you have the generic ones, which I might get last one standing. Okay, that's 30 though. unmatched protection base. Unmatched protection. Oh, you got to spend 2 destiny points on that one. That's the extra. Yeah, these are destiny points. So there's somewhere, I don't know where these come from, but you know, that's when you roll at the beginning the destiny points. You get good force or bad force, and you yeah. So I'm gonna skip that one for now. So I'm gonna print out the specialization tree for Marauder. So I'll have that handy for, you know, future use. I'm gonna print this out. Now I've only spent 60. I think I'm gonna focus on the characteristics because they're gonna bring up all these things better. So that's 30. So I have 50 left. 50 left. Okay, 50 left. So well, shoot, I'll make this guy tough. So boom, 40. So I have 10 left. Okay, well, I can't spend it on anymore. So let's make this guy a fighter. No, let's see. 10 left. Yeah. Okay, there. So that was 110 right there. Boom. I got he's tough on a melee. As you can see, he's got 2 career ranks in that. And then whatever. So 4 total. Okay, so there's your character. Now, obviously, I believe you get 400 credits or whatever, and then I can buy weapons. And you put your weapon here. Like, I'm just going to pistol. I don't remember the exact skill. Is obviously ranged light. Damage is like 4 or something. Range is medium. Now the pistol is like blaster or laser pistol, whatever. I'm just going off the top of my head because I don't want to go look at it. And crit, I think, is like 4, somewhere in there. And a special stun setting. So that's what that is. So obviously a pistol, whatever this pistol is that I'll just say it's my own custom, you know, just because I don't remember the exact numbers. But the ranged light is you put your skill in there, which is this one, ranged light. Damage is 4, you know, whatever it does. Range is medium. Crit 4, so you need 4 advantages to actually have do a crit on the person. And then stun setting, you can switch it to a stun setting, so it'll get the guy, instead of wounds, it'll do the strain and then knock him out if he goes down to 0. So that's how you do the weapons. And then obviously a pistol, and then you do encumbrance. It's brawn plus 5, and now this is my own area, but whatever. But so encumbrance is usually around 10ish, you know, because it's 4. So mine is 9, or 8, or whatever it is. Your brawn plus the 5, and then. But what's cool is most items is I like the encumbrance here. It's really simple. It's like most items are 0 unless they're kind of big. Like a weapon is encumbrance 1 or 2. You know, if you get a metapack, it's encumbrance 1. And you only get a couple things, and you'll end up like 6 or 7 encumbrance. Okay. And that's kind of simple, nice and simple. Any available XP, but here, you know, that you haven't spent yet. Total XP. I don't know why there's 2 there. Whatever. But that's it. Okay. So now let's get to wounds. Wounds are, and when you choose your species like human, it'll say 10 plus your brawn. So 14 here, and then this one's 10 plus your willpower. So 12 there. Defense, if you have like a energy field thing or something special, and even on your melee you might have some weapon that gives you extra defense during melee, you know, it'll tell you, and then you can put it there, and that just subtracts from there to hit. I think, yeah, gives them like negative dice to hit the and soak values. If you get like heavy clothing, is soak value 1 plus your brawn, so it's 4 plus. Let's say I buy just heavy clothing, you know, he lives in Tatooine, just wears like rags and leather and stuff, so he's got a 5. So whenever he gets shot or whatever, you know, obviously that takes 5 out of the whatever the damage is. Okay, so, and that's it. I think, well, the range damage is probably more for this then, but whatever. Okay, so that's how you make a character. There it is. It's pretty simple. And again, I got a little confused with these trees, and if you're a force user, you can do, not only do you get your career one, there's also like 8 general force user ones. Yeah, those are all like, I think they're on here actually. No, I have it on it. Oh, these ones. The force user list, which is another PDF file, has more of these. There's like 8 of these, but you can, if you're a force user, especially in the Force and Destiny one, there's like 8. Not only do you get your career list, you get these, and whichever ones you buy, whichever ones you decide to use, you know, you get the cost XP. You're gonna have to pull out this, you know, print out every one of these lists. So that's gonna be like, you know, like 8 pages of stuff to go through. But you know, that's that's what if you want to be a Jedi or whatever Force user, then you're gonna have to do it. Anyway, so that's other than all these, I think this is kind of a fun little simple, you know, way of making characters, but then having a bunch of different things you could be doing, and you obviously as the player have to be really into what you're doing. So, and I mean, just an example, you get the +2 wound threshold, cool. Feral strength, add 1 damage per rank of feral strength to 1 hit. Using melee or brawl, that's cool. It's only 5 XP. You know, so and you just got to, you know, check that off when you buy it and use it. All right, so that's it. I just wanted to show you how to make a character. You know, I hope, you know, I probably didn't get everything correct, but because I'm new at this, but I've been making some characters and just kind of practicing, and while it's fresh on my mind, I wanted to go through it with and make a video. So there's that. I hope that's helpful and just give you like a good, oh, okay, that's how it all works. Because it took me a while to like put it all together. I probably should watch some other videos that do it much better and learn. But anyway, that's just me doing my thing. All right, hope this was helpful.